Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, kids today are more stressed than ever, especially during the school year. Here with simple techniques to help kids manage their stress, we welcome back certified pranic healing instructor and practitioner Lisa Burney. Good to see you again.
Thanks, Helen.
Explain what a pranic healing instructor is.
Pranic healing instructor teaches people how to work the energy body, which is basically what acupuncturists have been using for thousands of years.
Okay.
But we, instead of using needles, we use the energy that surrounds our hands. Because the concept is there's more to us than meets the eye. We have a physical body and this energy body. And when the energy body is out of balance because of stress,
right,
then that has a tendency to create symptoms or contribute to disease.
And you say everyone can be a healer, especially on themselves, right?
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely. So what we're talking about today with reducing and helping kids manage stress, parents can help their kids with this, even though the parents may feel like, well, I can't feel energy, because it doesn't matter whether we feel the energy or not, is the technique is working, and the kids will give the feedback that they're experiencing relief.
Okay,
yeah.
So give me some ideas on what we can do.
Yes, so the first thing, each one of these techniques is a powerful technique by itself, but these three together help for kids transitioning home from school.
And when we say kids, how old? From what age to what age?
Any age.
Any age, okay.
Any age. And in fact, if parents are feeling a little stressed too,
oh, you know they are.
This absolutely works for adults as well.
Okay.
So don't feel like you can't do it just because it's designated for kids. Okay? So the first thing is what we call cord cutting. And what an energetic cord is basically a connection that comes into our energy field. And I brought a little visual aid.
Sure.
Yeah? It can sometimes look like this into the solar plexus area, okay? So this would be like an inappropriate cord connecting into our stress energy center.
Oh, this is where we're feeling it.
And so what we're going to be doing is disconnecting this cord, okay? And the technique is pretty simple, and parents can do it for the children, or the children can do it for themselves. And we basically take our hands above the head and go down 3 times, disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. Okay? Or you can say cut, cut, cut. Okay?
And we're getting rid of the stress.
We're disconnecting those connections from the stress energy. Okay? So that's first step. And if the kids are feeling, or if you're feeling like a little bit more in the solar plexus area, which is where we tend to hold it, then we can just do an individual hand cut, cut, cut.
Okay? But 3 times.
3 times is a good time.
Okay.
And you can repeat three as many sets as you like.
Okay.
Okay? So that's sort of the disconnect step. Then the next is the overall cleansing of stress energy.
Okay.
And the visual I like to give parents is, think about like those kids coming home from soccer practice, especially if it's been raining and they're just covered head to toe with mud.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't let them in the house and sit on the couch, right?
Right.
Without them cleaning up. Stress.
You sound like you speak from experience on that one.
2 boys. So stress,
there you go.
Stress is like energetic mud, except people just can't see it.
Right.
Some people can feel it in other folks, but kids are definitely feeling it for themselves.
Okay.
So this next technique called general sweeping is an overall like energy shower.
Okay.
And the first thing that we want to do, because we're going to be clearing the energy out of our system, is prepare some place to put it. And so what we use
you need a place to put that bad energy.
You have to have like a garbage can for the stress energy.
And is that because you need it visually?
Because it's actually being disintegrated. Otherwise, you're just throwing it on the floor, and then somebody else is going to walk into it and pick it up, right? And you can do that in a stressful place. You can walk in and feel the stress energy just accumulating on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah. So we have a dedicated container.
Okay.
We put a little bit of salt in it, and we fill it to about here with water.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so that's our energy garbage can. And then it goes on the floor.
Okay.
It's a nice thing to keep by whatever door people walk in.
All right.
Okay. And so the technique is...
You have this by the door?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
With water?
Always with water.
Interesting.
And then this gets emptied into the toilet and then filled right back up and put back in place.
Okay.
So it's always ready. And the general sweeping technique for a person to do for themselves is you're basically taking your 2 hands, you're visualizing like big white energy mittens, and then down your center line, right, into the bucket. You can flick it in there, and then down one side,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Down
And
this
then
side.
down the other side. And you can repeat that with as many lines as you want. And then down the other side. And just imagine it's like the stress energy is being squeegeed off the
Is
energy
this a
body.
little, do you consider this a little like meditation? Because I don't feel any energy, but it feels kind of calming.
Yes, it's definitely calming because the stress energy is clearing
Right.
out, whether we feel it with our hands or not. So just this technique, and then if a parent were to do it to a child, it would be the same thing, but with two hands.
Okay.
You know, starting here, down the center line, down the other side.
Do you feel the stress?
Well, you know, my hands are sensitive to energy, so I feel it as I'm moving my hands through. There's definitely differences in the quality, like the thickness or the feeling of the energy. And, you know, whether we feel it or not in our hands, it's still happening,
Right,
which
okay.
is important to remember.
Okay.
Okay, so we're done with the bucket?
Yes. One last move.
Yes. So the last move is after we're done with the general sweeping,
Yeah.
we want to wash our hands because we just had our hands in all of this stress energy. So before we do the next technique, wash the hands.
Okay.
And then the last technique to get ready for doing homework or whatever project.
This is what you call the super brain yoga,
Super
right?
brain yoga,
Okay.
yeah. So this is the energy technology that gathers excess energy from throughout the energy system and channels it up and focuses it on the brain for increased focus, concentration, memory, cognitive skills. So this is great for kids as well as even older adults.
Okay.
Okay. And the first step is to take the left hand and thumb.
Oh, yes, yes, okay.
So crossing over the
Oh,
body.
right, crossing over, sorry.
Crossing over. Thumb on the outside, yeah.
Thumb on the outside.
So you're facing forward, and then yes,
Thumb on the
you
other
remember?
Yep.
Awesome. And then we breathe in as we go down, and exhale when we go up.
Okay.
So you squat 7 times.
Because they do this at schools now, too, don't they?
They
Some
do.
people do it at
Yes.
schools. That's incredible.
All over the world.
That's wild. We're going to put the information on our website at KATU.com. Lisa, thank you
Thank you,
so
Helen.
much.